not many automotive companies, they are giving their customers a real life experience of a newly developed car instead of them driving that car on the roads. They can go inside their experience zone. These are called experience zone. They can enter into that virtual world, and then they can experience the real kind of torque, those kind of recoil. What happens? Always government issue identity for every person, right?
Exactly.
So when you connect it on an encrypted level and you cross-check and verify their passport or maybe their security number, what if I tell you in future, in this 3D world of metaverse, before you meet a person, when you see them, they're walking towards you, or maybe they are trying to do a handshake with you in 3D world, you can cross-verify them from all those kind of identity and verification process. So this is one of the examples which we did long back when even metaverse term was not introduced.
Wow.
So this is, I'm trying to give all the audience a simple, small example how the future would look like.
Hello everyone, hello the world. We are back with Mr. Arijit for another video that we are going to record tonight with his amazing information about technology. How are you, Mr. Arijit?
I'm doing perfectly fine, guys. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. I can't wait for amazing information you want to share with our audience, which is about MetaMask, right?
Yeah, definitely. Super.
Cool. Great.
Okay.
Great.
So let's not waste a lot of time, rather jump into the topic. Today we are going to discuss basics about metaverse. Metaverse is going to be a vast subject, very wide subject very soon. So we are practically talking about future as well as few bit of interaction from the past. So let me give you a small bit of perspective how this entire structure of metaverse came into the picture and what is this all about. Well, metaverse definitely a term which was actually started by the company called Meta at the moment, earlier called as Facebook, by Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. But way before the term metaverse was so popular, there used to be a platform called Second Life. So Second Life is basically a platform long back, when even like probably 12 years back, I was hearing about Second Life as a structure where you can live a life of a 3D character.
Yeah.
You can walk, you can move, you can fight, you can sing, you can have a home, you can have a lifestyle. So like from those perspective, people started talking about, okay, we can probably live a life of a celebrity, of a movie star. And for the world, our beautiful friend Gaz, of course, she's an actress. So probably this will interest you more. So this is like a structure wherein people thought that can they live a life of a movie star? Maybe someone very popular, maybe a fictional character. Second Life somehow was too early for the market. Sorry to say, but when I used to use that, when I used to code on Vermal, I was also too early for the market. Vermal was called as virtual reality markup language way before even when these headsets was there. That time, it used to call as helmet system. So VR, the concept is not new. It actually started long way back. In fact, augmented reality as a technology is about 31, 32 years old. It is not a new tech. The technology evolvement happened because of new generation programming language and latest development of hardware technologies. So why I'm taking this virtual reality, augmented reality, and all of a sudden move from metaverse? No, not at all. So metaverse practically consists augmented reality, virtual reality, extended reality, 3D characterization, and more than that, the non-fungible token, which you can utilize and use as a cryptocurrency to buy and sell products inside the metaverse, which means there is Web 3.0 as a technology, which brings me to integrate and probably talk about blockchain. So these all technologies nowadays are so interconnected, guys, that you cannot escape one part of it to another part of it. For an example, IoT, directly or indirectly, is now connected with augmented reality, virtual reality, extended reality, artificial intelligence, and of course, in the back end, the data science, the blockchain technology, so many different kind of structure. End of the day, we call them as deep tech technologies, right? So what
That's
is
right. Yes.
Industry 4.0? What is deep tech technologies? Why I'm talking about metaverse? The reason me and Gaz is actually talking about metaverse because that's the future that is waiting for all of you. Now, if I may try to define it in an easier way, because you are from the fashion and media industry, Gaz, I would love to
That's
share you something which I earlier shared, but today I'm going to share it in a different note and tone altogether. So this is one of the examples which we did long back when even metaverse term was not introduced.
wow.
So this is, I'm trying to give all the audience a simple, small example how the future would look like. This model in the picture, which is wearing a dress with a cap, with a jeans and a top, she has been replicated into the 3D world with these kind of 3D avatar. So if you look at this 3D avatar, it's a direct replica of this particular real life model. Her name is Shayantani, stays in Bengal, in Calcutta, used to be one of the first model into the 3D world in our game universe. So what happened? When you are there in metaverse, you would be able to choose between these dresses in 3D world. You can try them. You can probably become a character like this if you want to become a superhero, or if you want to become just a fashion icon, you can definitely choose those kind of dresses. Now, what are those kind of dresses which we can integrate? What are the objects that we can integrate in metaverse? Well, I'm just sharing you small slides. These are the things that you can use. This is being used in cosplay as a hard plastic, gas, right? So imagine that as a cosplayer, you want to check how you're going to look with different avatars in 3D world, and you want to walk, you want to choose your dresses. These are not normal photographs. These are exactly the simulated picture taken from all those 3D world where you can dress these real life dresses. So from the fashion designer's point of view, they can check this dress, understand the simulation, understand the clothes, understand the mindset, understand the kind of personalities they are actually making these kind of dresses, what kind of texture they are going to use, what kind of objects they are going to put along with these dresses, right? So
Yeah.
now one example from the fashion world. Now, if I may go a little bit of deeper, imagine a fashion show inside the 3D world, not the real picture. All the other pictures like the black dressed lady, okay? She's
Yeah.
wearing a black dress. You can see there are splashes of water. These are all computer generated splash of water. It's a screenshot from that 3D simulation wherein you can have a solar eclipse. This entire concept is called eclipse fashion as a concept. This is not
Yeah.
this is not in the real world. The entire fashion designing is happening in the 3D world inside the metaverse world, right? Now,
Yeah.
when you try to do something cool, something more like the picture with two ladies, one is wearing a pink dress, another in a white dress. These two ladies are actually being directed inside the 3D world, where you can see there is a dress which is flying up, where there are two hands which is probably snatching those kind of dresses. All these kind of possibilities are possible in metaverse. Now, when I'm talking about all these kind of possibilities, metaverse, concepts, structures, um, and all those kind of diagrams, definitely I'm talking about avatars. How exactly you can enter in metaverse? And why we say that metaverse is interconnected with blockchain? Well, in today's world, in digital world, security is one of the biggest aspects. If you look at
Yes.
if you look at professional portals like LinkedIn, or sometimes in Facebook, or maybe in some other social media, there is a possibility that maybe the person who is claiming to someone is not that someone. How will you verify them? Sitting in the internet, chatting with them, you cannot verify them until unless you know them in person, right? And
Yes.
probably you want to do some kind of business with that person. How will you verify it? Do you have any answer?
So first of all, when you want to do that, of course, you will connect with that person. You will go for a Zoom call first. You will try to understand what he or she is doing, what's her profession, her or his profession, how she is, what she is doing for living, and many more. Yeah, when it goes to a professional meeting, of course. But actually, there is no special point that you can realize in the first meeting that if that person is the real person or not.
Right. Well, real
Yeah.
person or not, you can verify from the post that whether it is a bot, whether it is a person, or what it is.
I'm sorry. I mean, sorry. May I correct my words? When I say real, I mean real with whatever he presents about himself.
So
Yeah,
means whatever he or she
many
is
people they
claiming,
claim.
whatever
Yeah,
he or she
many
is
people they
claiming
claim they're
is
doing
true.
this,
Yeah.
that, yeah, but they are not, or they turn up to be scammer. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Right. So blockchain can actually play a big role in these kind of systems. What happens? Always government issue identity for every person, right?
Exactly.
So when you
Yeah.
connect it on an encrypted level and you cross check and verify their passport or maybe their security number, what if I tell you in future, in this 3D world of metaverse, before you meet a person, when you see them, they're walking towards you, or maybe they are trying to do a handshake with you in 3D world, you can cross verify them from all those kind of identity and verification process, including their turnover details, including their personal details, including not very personal, I shouldn't say that, probably what is their job, whether they are talking real or not. You can verify it from the open internet on a pop-up box on the top of that 3D avatar. So before you meet that person, it is very hard for me to explain it in a Zoom call. Just try to
Exactly.
visualize a situation that someone is walking towards you and there's a pop-up box, just like a cartoon on the top of your head. And there is written that Arijit Bhattacharya, founder of so-so, and then you can check those companies. All those informations are actually popping up, not from his or her profile, but a verified data from the ministry. It gives you complete flexibility to understand and learn and verify someone who is talking nonsense or he or she is talking complete sense. And you can probably escape those 70% of verified uh, profile verification process. Rest of the 30%, definitely, whether you can do business with them or not, you can talk to them, you can understand, you can again go for maybe multiple rounds of meetings, and then you can take your decision. But for me, when I'm talking about technology, here technology can play very vital role. Now, when you are talking about metaverse, when you are talking about all those kind of technological implementation, we are talking about all those disruption. How do I know this? Reason is, we have been making 3D world, we have been making 3D games, we have been making the virtual reality world for over 2 decades now, right? About 24 years, we have been doing it, and it is very common subject for me. It is very like, it's like just a child's play for me to understand all those kind of structure which is coming up. Now, when we are talking about that, there is a talk that is going on, guys, that can you invest in metaverse? Can you buy a land in metaverse? Yeah. Let me share you some data. Okay. If you can buy a land,
Question.
yeah. Okay. So what is land in metaverse? This is the projected you can say metaverse real estate market. So this is till 2028 sourced by a brand essence research. Okay. They're saying that virtual plot worth 4.3 million sold on metaverse. Now, what is this plot? We have heard about real estate plot in real world. Why people are buying it? Okay. Just imagine that some big corporate created a virtual world. In virtual world, you are living your own daily life. You are doing meeting, you are communicating with people, you're walking, you're probably doing your job, you're relaxing in front of a seaside, whatever, you're jumping, whatever you're doing. But when you want to stay in that virtual world, you need a land where you want to create your own home, right?
Absolutely.
That land is a virtual land. Interesting part. When you have
Oh my God.
when you have that virtual land, you can actually buy it utilizing NFT, right? So when you are using NFT, you can buy that land, you can sell it, you can put it as a hire. For an example, another person is coming and he or she is from another virtual town to your town and says that I want to stay in your home. So you can rent it to that person. They can pay you utilizing those cryptocurrency and you can make money. There lies the beautiful thing. This is interesting, huh?
Very interesting. Very interesting. I really didn't know that. Guys, I want, I really want to admit, like, I had no idea of tonight's session and whatever Mr. Arijit is saying. I really didn't know these things are existent. I really didn't know that.
Now imagine some 3D character is becoming a broker into that real estate. Okay. So there is a possibility in future that 3D virtual broker as a profession will come up. There is another profession which will come up for advertisers. So into that metaverse world, you can advertise about your brand. For an example, when you're walking on the street, just like a normal real street, you can probably see some advertisements over there. Because it's virtual, you can float it. You really don't need to put that as a banner. But yeah, you can do it with probably another person who just becomes your brand ambassador. And they can jump in, rope in, move around, walk around. So those kind of things.
That means whatever we humans are doing in real world, we exactly can do the same in the virtual world.
Yep, that's gonna happen in the virtual world. Well, I would love to share a couple of things. For an example, how people can maybe enter into this market. They can definitely open a digital crypto wallet. I am not going to take any name because I can't do that. It depends on person to person. And this is what we can go as a consultancy level, who are scam, who are not scam. We can verify, cross-verify, because we are in this market for over, I think, at least in the blockchain consultancy, we are there since a long time, more than 6 years. And definitely after opening up a digital crypto wallet, probably they can use their own cryptocurrency. Well, for that, they need to buy some cryptocurrency. They can do it from anyone like Binance, Coinbase, or any other cryptocurrency platform. Then select a metaverse where they will be doing all those kind of transactions. Now, these things are still in making. So like we cannot predict who will become more popular. These are all coming up platform, guys. Like a couple of years back, you never heard about Instagram as a platform. Now Instagram is popular. So these metaverse platform is now in making. So once multiple people, multiple companies, multiple organizations will come up with their own metaverse, people will start interacting, right? I'll share you a practical example as well, guys. Don't worry about it. So after you choose that, after you choose those tokens and your virtual land is already defined, you can confirm your purchase. So definitely it's an easy transaction from your wallet to the platform. Sometimes if you want to resell, that can be done as well. So there are we call it as decentralized land, but it is divided into approximate 90,601 individual plots in some virtual economy. So there are various different kind of virtual economies like this. So like eventually, when we are talking about that, we need to understand that these virtual lands, plots, everything looks fine, but you need a hardware for these, man. If you want to, if you want to interact with these virtual objects, you want to understand, like for an example, Gaz is wearing a beautiful shirt. It's white in my eyes, but in some eyes, it may look like off-white. Some may say that it is light gray. Some may say that, okay, is it with silk or it's woolly or it's 70% silk, 10% cotton or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You don't know. So in future, if you have a touch screen capabilities, which we have nowadays, for an example, long back, Intel started Ultrabook as a device where you can have a touch screen experience. So when you develop those kind of sensors based IoT device, you can experience what kind of texture it is. That's the reason initially I said IoT is connected with metaverse. Yep. Now, when we jump into the factors like gaming world, or probably we are talking about virtual reality, augmented reality, what is the basic difference? Come on. Well, when you have a smart glass, the smart glass can give you a lot of flexibility to market these products and have an experience. For an example, if you're using virtual reality or extended reality devices, in today's world, a lot many automotive companies, they are giving their customers a real life experience of a newly developed car instead of them driving that car on the roads. They can go inside their experience zone. These are called experience zone. They can enter into that virtual world, and then they can experience the real kind of torque, those kind of recoils. Everything is available nowadays in these kind of technological world. Again, I repeat, it needs an artificial intelligence system to give you all those kind of experiences along with the hardware. And in easy word, we call them as experience zones or VR zone or XR zone. So the future is looking a little bit of golden, shiny, but at the same time, there is a big question, which probably you're not getting. When you are sharing all those kind of information, you are watching someone with their details, their personal details, how much personal details needs to be shown or how much data needs to be shared is a big question. Because if you share your maximum data to these platforms, they know you more than you know yourself. So the rule of general data protection is coming up in a complete different tone and note together. And it has to be. From the common people's perspective, or maybe for a high-level person in a company, if they're sharing their data like this in a platform, maybe vice president of a company, maybe president of a company, right? And you know that this is who he is. At the same time, probably he is sharing his or her own taste and preference, like he or she loves probably donuts, coffee. Maybe they love red as a color. Maybe they have a pet. And from this perspective, anyone can guess their probable password combination. That's where the challenge is. And when you connect your banking system with these kind of money transaction methods, there are challenges which we are going to face. So there is a huge possibility from encryption level only blockchain is not the solution. There are cybersecurity solutions which we need to understand and implement when we are talking about all these kind of latest generation innovation and technological improvements. So, guys, if you have any question, I'm totally open. It was just a basic. I can go deep with code. I can go deep with probably 3D tech, but I'm not doing it, skipping it just as a basic interaction. So if you have any question, I'm open to answer.
Actually, it was too completed information, and I'm really amazed. It was so impressive. Tonight's session, it was really impressive for me. And honestly, I do not have any question because I totally understood what you say. I totally understood. I hope for our audience is the same. But if anybody have a question, please don't hesitate to write down on comment section. We are here to answer you. And don't forget to watch the last episode, which is about avatar and how you can make money by your own avatar, by your own virtual version in virtual world. So it was amazing speech. Thank you so much, Mr. RG. Thank you everyone for watching us. Stay tuned for the next video. We will see you very soon. Thank you so much, Mr. RG, and have an amazing night.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.